Welcome back to Oak AI Story Lab. I'm your host, Joe Bandel. So this is lesson 3, the gold frame. But before we get into that, I think I just mentioned a few things about getting started, people getting started or whatever. One of the things that if you're dealing with AI imagery like video clips, videos, micro movies, anything like that, the reality is you're going to need a lot of image generation. You're going to need a lot of clip generation. Right now, the video clip links that I know of and that I'm aware of has 6-second clips or 10-second clips. And I use those with Imagine.
These roots run deep. I have to keep moving. The trail is getting harder to follow.
The problem or the difficulty with Imagine, well, one of those is you need to get the highest resolution possible. There are 2 resolutions on Imagine. One of the resolutions is 720 resolution, and that's the highest it goes. That is good enough for YouTube videos. If you want higher quality resolution, you need to go elsewhere, like DVid, for example, or wherever, and you're going to be paying more. So you got to be aware of that. The other thing is a lot of times you're creating clips, video clips, and you can take out of that clip, you can find individual frames, what were called the golden frames, and that's what this lesson is about, the gold frame. So I'm going to kind of dive into this.
It's calling to me. I can feel the power. In lesson 1, we learned that one clip is not one scene. In lesson 2, one scene can be up to 10 clips. It can be more than that. A scene is actually an arc, a moment.
In lesson 2, we explored the emotional beat, the feeling that gives a moment its meaning. Each clip is a moment. And if you're trying to make a 15-minute micro movie and you're trying to thread together 6-minute clips, not 6-minute clips, 6-second clips or 10-second clips, that's a lot of clips. That's all I was talking about. But anyway, in lesson 2, we explored the emotional beat. Today, we're going to talk about something that transformed the way that I create AI movies. I call it the gold frame. What is a gold frame? A gold frame is the single frame within a clip that best captures the emotional and visual essence of that moment. It's the frame that tells the story, the frame that feels alive, the frame that makes you stop and look. Most beginners create clips and only think about the motion, but experienced creators know something important. Every clip contains many individual frames. And some of those frames are far more powerful than others. The gold frame is the frame you want to find. Imagine a character standing alone in a forest. The clip may last 10 seconds. Perhaps the character looks around. Perhaps the wind moves through the trees. Perhaps light shifts across the scene. Somewhere within those 10 seconds, there may be one perfect frame. A frame where the character's expression, the lighting, the composition, and the emotion all come together. That's the gold frame. And I'm going to tell you, when you find that gold frame, you can save it and you can use it as a reference frame. That's one of the main values that rather than just have a picture of somebody standing there and that's being your character reference or whatever, if you can kind of sort through some of these clips and you can find something that's a lot more useful as a reference clip. So once you begin looking for the gold frames, your entire creative process changes. Instead of thinking only about clips, you begin thinking about moments. You begin asking, what frame best represents this emotional beat? What frame best captures this character? What frame best expresses this story? The gold frame is also one of the most powerful tools for continuity. When I build a scene from multiple clips, I often use gold frames as anchors. For example, the final frame of one clip can become the starting point for the next. You just use it as a reference point. This helps maintain consistency and creates a smoother flow between moments. The gold frame can also become a thumbnail, a promotional image, a tarot card, a reference image, a storyboard panel. One powerful frame can generate many different creative assets. One of the surprising discoveries I've made is that sometimes the most valuable thing produced by a clip is not the clip itself. It's the gold frame that's hidden inside it. As you create your own AI movies, I encourage you to watch your clips carefully. Don't just look at the motion. Look for the moment. Look for the frame that captures the heart of that experience. That's your gold frame. Save it. Once you find it, save it. Learn from it. Because some of the most powerful stories begin with a single, unforgettable image. Thank you for joining me for Lesson 3 of Oak AI Story Lab. In our next lesson, we'll begin looking at how multiple clips can be combined to create a complete scene. See you next time, and have fun. Thank you.